Welcome to Profit Channels. This is my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor and I don't give financial advice. Please consider this video entertainment. Today I am talking about Alliance Resource Partners, ARLP, almost $23 right now. Natural resource market, coal, just think coal. They have a bit of closely held shares. This crazy 10% dividend. All right, price to earnings 12.65. That's not bad. You can see we have pretty steady net income quarterly and annually. A little down in 2024, but quarterly looks all right. And it's cold. All right, if you look at the cash flow, quarterly it's real consistent. Annually it looks real nice, and you can see that our debt levels are very reasonable. We've got 3 analysts at a strong buy, from 25 to 40% increase in the next year. I go back to statements. So our net income at quarter 4 2024 was pretty low. This is trying to creep back up. Average shares outstanding, they've gone up just a wee bit. Average shares outstanding right here. So 127 million to almost 128.5 million. If I look at ARLP divided by the S&P 500, we're right here just below this point of control. This is a monthly candle. It's looking pretty bad, but if we can start moving up, we have this 50 is getting ready to cross the 100 as far as moving averages. If I look at this on the weekly, okay, so our moving averages are all breaking down below the 200. But you can see we're at this we're below the point of control, this nice level of support potentially. That's real strong. So here's our monthly chart, and we've got point of control right here. We're bouncing off the 200 moving average. So this will be 200 month. If I look at this on weekly scale, bounced off the point of control, came down to the 100, and now we look like could be approaching the 200. Again, we are at this level on the weekly, and it's Wednesday right now. We've got a doji candle, which is indecisive. On the daily, we have this shorter term point of control right here. All our moving averages are pointing down. We've got a gap up here to fill. And we do have a high volume right here at this, what could be a level of resistance. If I go back to the weekly, go back to the monthly. Okay. We have this giant channel right here. Points of control at the bottom and in the middle. It's got a decent trend line. Let's go down to the weekly, where I think we have more confidence. So we've kind of been running, other than this dip here, a COVID dip, been running kind of in this channel. There's a real nice midpoint line. And so now we're at this point of control and trying to bounce off of it. Now if we go to the daily, so we have a channel like this with a nice, decent midpoint line. And we are at the bottom of this channel, just outside of it. You could also draw a channel like this with a pretty good midpoint line. And we're at the bottom of that channel. You could draw a channel like this with a pretty good midpoint line. And we are at the bottom of that channel as well. Back to the weekly. If I do a fib retracement from the bottom here to the top up here, you got some pretty lines. So we're testing the 0.5 right here. 618 is the point of control. 786 is this point of control. Then if I retrace from the bottom here to the top here, you can see these lines also seem to work pretty good. But the point of control is 1.68, and this one is almost 1.272. But if I put them both on, you can see that we've got a lot of confluence between these lines here. So I like both of them. So per this retracement, we could get all the way down to the 1. Potentially. If I do a long-term extension, long-term, let's go to the monthly. So from the bottom to the top to the bottom again, we're bouncing off the 236 and heading down. On a shorter term, in fact, let's just go to the day. If I go from the bottom here to the top, back down at the bottom, this is real nice lines. And so you can see the 618 is a nice spot. It's a great line. The 1272 is the point of control. And then back up to this peak is 1.618. So I like these extension lines. If I look at our parabolic SAR, hold on now. Okay. On a monthly, We've got mixed signals between the parabolic SAR and the super trend. Our RSI, the average is above the midpoint, but we just dropped below it, which is bearish. MACD is looking bearish, but still in positive territory, and we are oversold on the stochastic. On the weekly, you've got two sell signals, the parabolic SAR and the super trend. We have just broke below the midpoint on the average and are pretty low here. A new low in recent while on the RSI. The MACD is looking pretty bearish, and our stochastic is oversold. On the day, we got our first buy signal, but mixed signals. RSI is pretty bottomed out, and our MACD is bottomed out, but the histograms have, the bullishness has gone away, and we're ready to cross over, potentially a crossover here. And, we've got a stochastic that's still pretty low. On a monthly, get rid of that. We're bouncing off our moving average on the RSI Bollinger strategy. Money flow index is looking bearish. The squeeze momentum is breaking into it's at neutral, but looking like it's going to go bearish. And our ADX is saying we have no trend. Well, barely a trend at 23. On weekly, we're approaching our moving average, and the RSI Bollinger Band is squeezing in. Money flow index is down, but a little higher than it was over here. Squeeze momentum is pretty bearish, and ADX is still not really a trend. On the day, we're below our Bollinger Band, so that looks to be bullish. Our squeeze momentum is becoming less bearish. Money flow index is pointed down, but could be moving up, and our ADX is 40. So that probably means the end of a downward trend. So keep an eye on this. It could turn around right here, or it could go a little lower. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like it. Talk to you later.